Who is the number one pound for pound fighter in the world right now? There isn't a consensus number one pound for pound right now. Ring Magazine tried to say it's Canelo. Quite a few people on Top Rank tried to say it's Terence Crawford. And then a significant percentage are saying it's Naoya Inoue. But there is no clear number one right now. And people are getting tired of certain companies or fans trying to say it's this guy, it's this guy. We don't know right now. And in this muddled, frustrated moment we have, a lot of people are getting behind what Tyson Fury said about a couple of years ago or less. That pound for pound is a load of bollocks. I beat everybody. I think part of what Tyson Fury was airing out was that heavyweights find it very difficult to become pound for pound number one. They're kind of snookered because they can't, of course, go up a weight. And Tyson Fury, he doesn't have to overcome any physical disadvantages because he's bigger than everyone. But heavyweight can become pound for pound number one. Ring Magazine, the first ever, the inaugural pound for pound ratings back in 1989. Guess who's number one? Iron Mike Tyson. There he is, above Julio Cesar Chavez, above Michael Nunn, above Pernell Whitaker. Yeah, the hype around Mike Tyson at that point was just insane. And he was a smaller heavyweight as well, which factors into it. But still, there's a heavyweight who's pound for pound number one. It can happen. If Alexander Usyk managed to beat Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury, or maybe just one of them, then factoring that into his cruiserweight resume as well, yeah, you could definitely have him pound for pound number one. I would not argue at all. It is harder, but it's not impossible. Part of the reason I wouldn't have Tyson Fury number one right now is not just to do with the fact that he's so big, but he hasn't carpet bombed his division. He's not undisputed. And he does blow hot and cold a little bit as well. Look at how he looked against Otto Verleen. That wasn't great, was it? That didn't say pound for pound there. He struggled. It was a messy fight. That's another reason why, not just to do with him being heavyweight. And just zooming out, the whole concept of pound for pound isn't rubbish because it's to do with sporting excellence. It's to do with people coming together and recognizing something that truly is exceptional. You get it in all sports. Yeah, in football, you don't have weight divisions. But when somebody says like Lionel Messi is just absolutely sensational, you can see it. You can see it with statistics. And of course, the eye test, he passes that as well. So it's not just a load of baloney. What people are really frustrated about right now is the fact there is no consensus pound for pound number one. The last time we had a consensus number one was Floyd Money Mayweather. And so when he did get introduced and they got past all the weights he'd conquered and the titles, and they said just before they said his name, generally recognized as pound for pound, the best in the world. That does resonate with us because we know that that signifies excellence. And we didn't complain about it then because everybody accepted, apart from when it just quickly flip-flopped with Pacquiao briefly for a couple of years, everyone accepted and knew when that was said, this guy is the best on the planet. We don't have that right now. It's a bit of a 3 or possibly a 4-horse race. We might have to wait a year or two for some of the guys to lose and for one of them to keep going and winning before we can go ahead and say what we said about Money Mayweather. This guy is the best on the planet.